Hello guys, welcome to SteveKnows. It's time for the weekly news update and we have huge PC VR hits coming to the Quest, VR first, high-end PC streaming, headset discounts, games and so much more. So I think that is enough chin wagging. Let's get started. Today's video is sponsored, but it's for a VR game and an interesting one that puts a spin on the super hot meets pistol whip vibe. You shoot to kill, but you also kill to move. This is Vendetta Forever. So you'll kill an enemy, but then you go to grab their weapon and you'll dash to their location. This is how you move around the levels. You have to get through the mission as fast as you can without dying. Vendetta is a concept of a game that when I first started playing, it felt strange as I hadn't experienced this mechanic before, but it became rather addictive once I got the hang of it, and I just kept trying to hit those time limits, those thresholds, those trials, find shortcuts, because you can go any route you like in the level. It's not just one way and one way only, but you do have to think fast, and the design was rather interesting, like the level where you are a daredevil, where sound gives you the ability to see, or a plane hijacking, you have to save the day. It was intense, it was creepy, it's artistic, but also has some replayability as you try and hit those time trial limits and add modifiers to change how the game is played. There is a reason this title is so highly rated, so if you're interested in Vendetta Forever, I'll leave a link down below in the description. Plus, whilst you're there is a Quest 3S giveaway that I have on that has a couple of weeks left, so enter that down below as well, and check out SteveKnowsVR.com to save 10% on any Quest VR game. So we're starting off with some pretty exciting news to bring a game that took the VR space by storm when it was initially released due to its physics development, and then its successor caused the VR community a stir once again. It became a melting pot of opinions. Any guesses to what this game is? It is Stress Level Zero's Boneworks, and it's supposed to be coming to the Quest as Brandon of SLZ, I'm going to say that from now on instead of Stress Level Zero, to try and keep my stress levels at a zero. They have set goals for 2025. They said they're going to release patches to Bone Lab and bring Boneworks to Quest 3 on Marrow 2, as well as work on their new game. This isn't the first time we have seen Boneworks on Quest, as Volk64 and EvroDev recreated Boneworks in Bone Lab, making it playable, recreating that entire campaign, which SLZ have said they will not be taking down following this announcement. So I am kind of curious as to why they're even doing this, even doing an official release when there is one already in Bone Lab. I don't know, perhaps it's a learning experience. You may as well earn some money to fund the next project whilst you're learning. Does anyone know? Either way, I'm looking forward to it. This would be a brilliant game to have on the Quest, and I'm excited to see what the Quest 3 will do for Boneworks and compare it against the PC VR title that came out a rather long time ago now. So the next story about the Quest is, I think Meta had a statistic they released not too long ago where they were saying over half of Quest users use flat screen media content regularly. That's playing Xbox Cloud, watching Netflix, scanning the web, using the browser. But we have a new announcement now for the support of GeForce Now, making the Quest seem even more like an all-in-one device than it already is. So to me, it's also hinting that VR cloud streaming, Project Avalanche, is even more of a possibility with today's technology. So this is actually a change on Nvidia's side, where they will support browser clients from Pico, Quest 3 and the Apple Vision Pro, so you can play your PC titles flat screen, not VR. Hopefully there's 3D support in the future, because we've got colorless stereoscopic view in VR, and I know flat screen games, some of them support 3D. And this will be coming out later this month. This service lets you play high-end PC titles that you own from the Epic Store, the Microsoft Store, Ubisoft, EA, Steam, on any supported device, and that includes a mobile phone and soon to be our VR headsets. You basically get a beastly graphical gaming PC for a subscription fee. I used to use this to play Fortnite on a notebook when I was back at university, and the service was fantastic then. I can only imagine what it's like now, like 6-7 years later. It is going to have a free option for you to play, so you can try the free tier, which will have adverts and limit you to 1080p. You'll get none of the special GPU features either, like ray tracing, but you can spend up to 10 or even 20 if you want 4K resolution, higher frame rates, and those additional features. And when you think 20 a month sounds much better than spending a couple thousand on a PC, say you spend around 2,000 on a good PC, it would take you 100 months of subscription to match that, which is 8 to 10 years. People cycle computers way faster than that. It kind of makes sense if you're looking to save some money and perhaps you don't play games all that often. Just when you've got time off, this might be a good idea for you. And even better with the Quest, because you'll have a massive screen to play on. Of course, you need a good internet connection, and it's not going to be great if you play competitively online. Next, we have discounts. There is a promotion going on for the 256GB model of the Quest 3S, where it should be $50 off from today in the USA. It could be later today, depending on when I put this video out because of time zones, but it will be from today to 12th, meaning it'll be $350 instead of $400. You should also be able to take advantage of the SteveKnows VR links on the website. So if you use that link and you buy the headset to take advantage of that discount, you should get an additional $30 as part of the purchase, not discounted, as store credit that you can spend on games. Hopefully that's something that works. I can't try it because I'm in the UK and other regions do not have this offer as of yet, but hopefully this offer gets extended beyond the States and I will let you know as soon as I do. Time for the quickfire news now. Some good things to know that don't take too long to say. I'll put that in quotes because sometimes I do waffle on a bit. So the MetaQuest Pro has been discontinued. I can't believe it took this long for this to even happen. I used to go to the MetaQuest website and you'll see Quest Pro in the drop down for like £1,000. Why would anyone buy that when there is a $300 and a $500 with pancake lens device with more power next to it? Beyond me. I won't miss it, honestly. It was a bit of a weird idea, but possibly, yeah, very likely. I think it was ahead of its time and far, far too expensive. But ironically, one that came out seemingly at the right time and is way more expensive, the Apple Vision Pro. There was a post on Reddit that was saying that when the IPD automatically adjusts and it can't pick up your eye correctly, it moves the lenses as far in as it possibly can, and it was squeezing their nose and actually caused quite a bit of pain. So if you're experiencing this, I'll leave the Reddit link down below so you can go and converse and hopefully relate to somebody about this problem. And if it is an actual issue, join forces and poke Apple. Synth Riders is also back with its Side B mixtape this time. We got Side A before, but the 80s Side B is here and it's giving us the ever so memeable Rick Astley Never Gonna Give You Up, Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go by Wham, Don't Forget About Me by Simple Minds, Just Like Heaven, The Cure, Out of Touch by Hall & Oates. And just saying these titles, I can feel my buttocks wanting to shuffle and dance, especially Hall & Oates. My goodness, that is a strong song pack for Synth Riders this time. Better than Side A, if I do say so myself. Even though Side A had Studio, this one much better. Studio. If any of you have been following the latest tech conference going on right now, you would have seen Sony's reveal of an enterprise headset. I don't want to talk too much about this one because it's enterprise, you know. Yay for business. And it costs just under $5,000, $4,750, and releases in February. But I have to comment on the styling. It looks like a dev kit. Not sure how I feel about how it looks. It may grow on me, but what I find really interesting are the input devices. Oh, this was such a move by Sony. One of the controllers, it's like a mouse with a little pad on it, and the other one is like a ring that you can click and navigate menus with. It looks like one of the best suited headsets that I've seen for daily use at a workstation. Really, really impressed to see this unique device, and if you get one for work, congratulations. Enjoy. And finally, VR is being used in a court of law. A judge used a VR headset to experience a crime scene event where someone pulled a weapon at a wedding, and the VR video recreated the scenario. But I find this a little interesting, and I don't know where I stand with it, because VR, if you've not used it before, you're not accustomed to it, being in a crime scene, witnessing a crime scene in VR, it's going to invoke such an emotional response. VR is mind-blowing. And in a court of law, when you should be objective, is that going to have a little bias, intentionally or unintentionally? I do not know, but pretty cool to see VR being used this way. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Welcome to 2025. Welcome if you're new to VR. Check out Vendetta forever. Check out SteveKnows VR to save some discounts on those Quest games if you want any. But more importantly, have a great week, happy gaming, and good day.